America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Do I have to bang it again? No. Okay. That was kind of loud, huh?
If you want to.
Okay, all right. So we're going to begin. The following matters will come before the Revere License Commission at its regularly scheduled meeting today, April 12th, held here in Revere City Hall, 281 Broadway. The meeting previously filed with the last meeting was previously filed with the city clerk. And these are the following applications submitted for consideration. Item 1, Rossetti Cohen Senior Center. Is anyone here from that? Yes. No. Please approach. 25 Winthrop Avenue. Debbie Pazeka. DiGiulio, sorry, I left the last part. DiGiulio. This is an application for a one-day malt and wine entertainment and common vicular license. The application of Rosetta Cohen Senior Center. The event manager, Debbie Pazeka DiGiulio.
Thank you.
All right, for a one-day malt and wine entertainment and common vicular license to be exercised at 25 Winthrop Avenue, Friday, June 23rd, 2023, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. The event is to be a karaoke party. Expected attendance is 80. Do you care to elaborate?
So Rossetti Cohen Senior Center is a senior center. So it's, I am the director over there, and what we try to do is events, and normally they don't involve liquor. However, our board has been asking for different evening events, and I came before you before for the same event, and you had approved it. At the same time, you approved a Patriots Day party. We had the Patriots Day party, but we did not end up having this. So I am asking you again, it's the same thing. It's a karaoke night. It's 3 hours. We're not selling the liquor. We're actually just putting bottles of wine on the table. Not bottles, I shouldn't say that. A bottle on each table. We don't even know if we'll get 80 people, but it's just going to be singing, and there will be snacks from the pretzel factory, and
fun.
yeah.
Just for the record, just introduce yourself and your address.
Okay, so I'm Debbie Pesca DiGiulio. The address is 25 Winthrop Ave at the Senior Center.
Thank you. You have any questions for me?
No, I'm very familiar with Collins Rossetti Center. They're great times, and I see every time that you have, more and more people are getting involved, and it's wonderful to see that they have a place to go at their age, you know, including myself. And they're great people, Revere residents, and I see you have no one under 21 going to attend. So I have no problem with the bottles being on the table. I think it sounds like a great time for me, and obviously every time you've run there has been a great success. So I wish you luck. I have no questions.
All right, perfect. I'll close this section. Do we have any proponents for this application? Anyone in favor of this application like to speak? Okay, I'll close that section. Anyone opposed to this application being approved? Okay, hearing none, close that section. Do we have a motion to entertain?
I'd like to make a motion to approve.
And I'd second that motion.
Thank you, Cal.
Thank you. So
Luck.
the application for a
Commissioners.
one-day malt and wine entertainment common vicular license submitted by Cohen Senior Center is hereby approved. Item number 2 on our agenda today is Las Parcitas, and it's the Beachmont School Auditorium presented by Diana P. Is it Cardona or Cardona? Cardona Ramirez, the event manager. This application for a one-day entertainment license to be exercised at the Beachmont School Auditorium on Sunday, May 7th, 2023, from 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m., and the event is to be a comedy show. Expected attendance 300. So please introduce yourself and your address and tell us what you plan to do with this license.
Absolutely. My name is Diana Cardona, and I live in 23 Harrington Street in Riviera. And I am the event manager of a comedian that is coming to from Colombia for the first time. We have done some events like that in the past in the high school, but this
Right.
time we're going to do it at the Beachmont High School. At the Beachmont School. We expecting to have at least 300. This is her first time, so we don't know exactly how many people are going to show up, but we aiming for 300, hopefully.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, is this the same comedy show that you had at Revere High School?
Yes, one of the same ones, but different comedian, I'm sorry.
Okay, and how did that work out?
It worked out very well. Everybody was happy. A lot of people showed up.
How many people do you think showed up?
The guy was telling me that I think it was between 220, 250. So including, because we usually have a couple of vendors outside of the auditorium. Some of them sell some arts and craft. The other one is a real estate and a mortgage person who's gonna just promote their resources to the public. And that's it. But including them, it was about 250 the last time.
And this is just for an entertainment license?
Just that.
There's no
yes.
alcohol involved?
No alcohol involved, nothing.
And what do you plan to do in terms of the crowd management? To
So-
that, please detail or anything?
Sure. Well, right now, they told me in the school that maybe if it passes maybe the 300, we definitely need to get a police detail just in case, for the crowd. But our group count with about 8 to 10 people, the volunteers, to help people sit down inside the chairs and people be outside. And if there is a line to just, help them out with the line. But yeah, so far, so good. Last
Okay.
time.
I'd like to just ask Lieutenant Randall what he thinks about maybe 300.
Yeah, I
At the
mean, if it's
Beachmont
300,
School.
that would be a little, but generally, smaller events like this that have no alcohol, alcohol is the big factor
Okay.
when we decide if they need a police detail. But I would say an event like this, it's more of a family-style event without alcohol. They've had it a couple of times at the high school, and we've had no complaints, no calls for service, so
Great,
we have no issues.
great. Okay, I have no other questions.
Okay, I'll close the section and open it up for any proponents of this application. Anyone in favor of this application? Okay, seeing none. Anyone opposed? Anyone in opposition to this application being allowed? Okay, hearing none, I'll close that section. Do we have a motion on the table?
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'd second that motion. So
Thank
the
you very
commission is hereby approving the application for a one-day entertainment license to be administered and exercised at the Beachmont Auditorium on Sunday, May 7th, 2023, from 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m., and the event is to be a comedy show.
Thank you very much.
Okay, number 3 on the list, we have a application for a common vicular license, application of, is it Beirut Espresso? 3 Everett Street, Unit C, Revere, Mass, Linda Fayed. Manager for a common vicular license to be exercised at the same location. Requested hours is Sunday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Requested seating is 40. Is there anyone here from Beirut Espresso Incorporated? Okay, we'll just put that on for a second call.
Okay.
Item number 4 on the list, we have an application for a license to buy and sell gold, silver, precious metal, and jewelry.
Excuse me. She sent an email just before the meeting to say that she would not be able to be here before about 3:30.
Is this item number 4?
She's
Yes.
not going to make it till,
3:30.
Okay, so we'll table item number 4, we'll put that on for a second call. We'll move on to item number 5 on the list, which is application for a change of officers, directors, change of ownership interest, and transfer of stock. The application of MFRP Corporation doing business as the Squire, 604 Squire Road, Peter DePisa, manager for a change of officers, directors, and change of ownership interest and transfer of stock. Please introduce yourself.
How you doing? My name is Peter DePisa,
And address?
604 Squire Road, Revere, Mass.
Okay. Can you just enlighten us or elaborate a little bit further on? You gotta hit the mic.
I'm sorry.
Can you just?
Peter DePisa, 604 Squire Road, Revere.
Awesome. Can you just go in a little bit of detail of what this application's intent here?
My partner retired and I'm stepping up as president. So the stock will be owned 50% by me and 50% by my brother.
Okay. All right. And obviously, you've always been in the position you're in, just a different position. Like
Correct.
president. Do you have any questions?
No, I've gone over the application. It seems like everything is in order. No, I have no questions at this time. Everything is going to remain the same as far as the function of the Squire.
Yes, yes it is. Same
Yep.
business.
There's no changes?
Nothing changes.
Alterations or anything?
I'm still going to be there.
You're still gonna, well, okay.
I'm waiting for you to come by and visit.
That's a conversation for another day. All right.
No, I have no questions.
Close this section. I'll open up for any proponents or advocates for this transfer or in support of this application for transfer of directors, change of ownership, interest, and transfer of stock. Okay, hearing none. Anyone in opposition of this application? Okay, seeing none, close this section. I'll entertain a motion,
I'll make a motion to approve.
and I'll second that motion. Application allowed. Good luck. Okay, item number 6 on the list, application for a change of officers, directors, transfer of stock, pledge of license and inventory, change of manager, alteration of premises. The application of Shuban Incorporated, doing business as Parkway Convenience, 190A Revere Beach Parkway, and Neela, sorry, I mispronounced it, Ms. Patel, manager, for a change of officers, directors, transfer of stock, pledge of license and inventory, change of manager, and alteration of premises for an all-alcohol package store license.
Sure. Good afternoon, Attorney John Morady and Demarcus Law Offices, 56 Central Ave in Lynn. And with me is Neelam Ben Patel. I'll go through the requested amendments, kind of one by one, explain what we're requesting. One is a stock transfer. Neelam Ben Patel will become the sole shareholder. Her mother-in-law, Meeta Ben Patel, and her aunt, Avigna Ben Patel, are going to retire. So they're transferring their shares of stock to Neelam Ben. Neelam Ben will become the sole, the president, treasurer, secretary, director, and the sole officer of the corporation, and she'll be the manager of record. She is tip certified. She will work there 30 to 40 hours a week. So that's that aspect of the application. The other is an alteration of premises at the location and a pledge of license and inventory to Rockland Trust Company. As if approved, this will help go to cover the costs of the alterations. There's a pizza sub-restaurant called Domino's. If you look at the restaurant,
Yes.
the building, they're taking over the floor space currently occupied by Domino's. So they want to expand to cover the entire footprint of the store.
Nice.
So that's the request there. Lastly, hopefully we can discuss this request. There is a restriction on the license, I believe, that requires 30% of the floor space be covered by household goods to be sold, and we're requesting that that restriction be lifted by the board if possible.
So, sir, it sounds like you're wanting to make this a package store.
Yeah, it'd be a full liquor store, a package store.
Right.
They would sell soda, chips, mixers, but there's requirements to sell clean supplies, pet food.
Right, that was one of the restrictions. I was on the board and voted for that. We had a lot of opposition of just putting a package store there. So that was one of the reasons that we did approve that license. Now, when you talk about Domino's Subs, are you saying they're leaving?
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna take the whole first floor, both sides?
Yep, I think if you look at the floor plan proposed, Domino's Subs kind of juts out at an angle so the whole restaurant will be, the whole building will be now a one-floor liquor store.
So it would be just one package store?
Mm-hmm.
That's almost as big as Blanchard's. That's, yeah, that's quite an alteration, much more than I thought, because I think even when this license was granted, that we had just that portion from the building department. I don't know that I have that. And they were only to use the one door, not even go through that, use that exit. Am I correct on that? Right, and you were to use that door. Yeah, I'm kind of concerned about making that a full package store there. And that's what it sounds like. A package store would be just alcohol and pickings. And I guess, I think I'm gonna wait and see if there are any opponents to this, because when we did vote on this, there was quite a number of opponents to even the package store at the time.
My question is, what was the intent behind the restriction, that 30%?
Well, there were a lot of kids in the area, the kids, I guess, walked that way, went to school. There were actually a couple of school committee members that did come up and were opposing that license, although we did vote for it with restrictions, with those restrictions. So,
I guess to add to that, the area has been redeveloped in the past
yes, it has.
10,
Yes.
I don't recall how long this license was issued, but I think the past 10 years, it's behind Suffolk Downs, right next to it, so it's all gonna be developed into condominiums, I believe, so, the neighborhood is changing there at that spot.
I wish we had more input from the neighbors on this issue, because I'm very concerned about it, considering I was the one that, was one of the members that put a restriction allowing them to sell alcohol there. You're not purchasing the building, you're just
It's a lease.
still gonna lease it and move over to the sub side also. So it's a pretty large piece of property there for a package store, you know? So I'd like to continue with the meeting, see if there's any opponents in the audience opposing this license.
I just want to note for the record, I did receive some correspondence from Counselor at Large Patrick Keefe, who I believe is in favor of this application being approved. He says he knows Mr. Harry Patel, and he's familiar with the family, and he's certainly in favor of them taking over the space next door at Domino's. So I'm just reading that correspondence for the record. So I'll close this section. I'll open up for anyone in favor or proponents of this application. Okay, hearing none. I'll close that section. Anyone in opposition of this application being approved? Okay, hearing none.
At this time, Commissioner, I'd like to just allow you, if you would like to get a continuance on this meeting, or you want to take a vote today, because you notice there's only two members.
There's only two of us, yeah.
Mr.
Okay, so
Solovich
just-
unfortunately couldn't make the meeting today. So it's up to you if you want to continue, or you can go with the continuance, or allow us to vote today.
I would suggest a continuance as well. Allow Commissioner Solovich to be here as the third vote. I'm afraid that you might reach an impasse here.
Okay.
At this particular juncture, it might be best to,
Request a continuance to the next hearing. I have the green cards to give to Maggie, but when will the next hearing be?
We have a meeting at May 10th,
May
I
10th.
believe.
Okay.
Our next meeting will be May 10th, if you'd like to be put on the agenda. You know, you can do whatever you want. I
I'll request a
don't want to.
continuance, that's,
If you would prefer the continuance, I would be willing to vote for that. If
I would as
my
well.
colleague-
I would. So I'll table this issue. The same matter will come before the License Commission on May 10th, 2023 at 3 p.m.
okay.
Sounds good?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Okay, Thank you.
Okay. Item number 7, Seize the Day Restaurant Incorporated, application for an all-alcohol restaurant license. Application of Seize the Day Restaurant, 320 Revere Beach Boulevard. Kevin Pham, manager for all-alcohol restaurant license for an existing restaurant. Current hours are Sunday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Current seating is 72 inside, 32 outside. State your name and address for the record.
My name is Hang Pham.
Okay.
I just my wife, we want to apply for the alcoholic license.
Okay, and what are your plans for that license? What are your plans to when you receive, or if you receive the all-alcohol license, what do you plan to do?
Because like a lot of first time like when we try to do, because like, we don't have a lot of people want to ask us like to serve alcohol, like just neighbor want to get a cup of glass or something, and they can enjoy it on the water. That's why we try to get the license. Hopefully we can get a license for neighbor can enjoy
Okay. Do you have any, Mr. Granasso, you have
Yeah,
any?
it's been a long time coming. You've put a lot of work in there,
Yeah,
in the restaurant. It looks very nice.
yeah, thank you.
When do you plan on opening?
They're open.
Have you opened?
Yeah, we open.
Oh, okay.
I've
I haven't-
actually tried their Vietnamese egg rolls a couple
And?
times. Pretty good,
Pretty good?
pretty good. And I had the chicken wings, and yeah, so it's pretty good food.
Oh, okay, I have to try it. I haven't
I
been out
think,
much lately.
I think you served me. You probably don't remember. This is like when you guys first opened. But
And how long ago was that you opened?
So far, the neighbor, like, most is, the resident, they, support us a lot.
So
Okay.
yeah, what day? What month did you open? I can't remember. February, right?
In February, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and
You'll
we've
be
had.
very busy in the summer. They'll be very busy. I know that a lot of people will frequent
We
yours.
just want to get like some, like, light alcohol so that people can enjoy, like, one cup and, some.
And these 32 seats that you have outside are on your property, if I remember correctly?
It's belong to the own.
Okay, so we don't need permission from DCR?
No, we still on our line, not.
Wasn't there an
above.
issue
Okay.
about the outdoor that came
Well,
before?
there's certain restrictions.
It had been, some neighbors had asked, and the building commissioner and the surveyors have already established that where the seating is within the property of the building and not on the DCR side.
I see.
And they
Okay.
have borders to.
Okay.
mark
Will you be
the
serving
sign.
alcohol outside?
I would like, just only on front of our, like, shop, like, just only, like, just a light alcohol. I don't know it's okay or not, I don't know, that's why,
I see.
yeah.
Do you plan to have a podium, someone outside, stationed outside? Because I know that you have the counter inside. Will you, in the summer, put someone outside to kind of observe the flow of things outside? I guess the concern would be getting a drink and walking off onto the beach.
No, I think like just only around on the neighbor, like the people cannot go, like if the people want to take the beer out or something, like we're not allowed to do that or something. Just only, if they sit on the table, so we can only serve around at my area only, not from outside.
So who's going to monitor that?
Like Kevin and my wife will be monitors and monitor.
And I guess that's my question. Will you have something like this positioned outside to receive and monitor the guests
Yeah.
that are outside?
Yeah,
to ensure that-
because like we be there like most of the time. That this one is family shop. That's why like me, my wife, and Kevin will be here all the time. So nobody like usually we work 7 days a week all the time. That's
Okay.
why like no problem from different person control.
Okay, so the service you're asking for is a service outside till 11 o'clock. I don't remember offhand. What time did we give the other restaurants on the beach with outdoor seating? Did we do 10 o'clock?
I think it might have been 11, but I can't.
We've changed it a couple of times.
I would have to check that.
Okay, the only thing we would have to check is that 11 o'clock alcohol outside. At one time, it used to be 10 o'clock, and the tables had to come in because of noise, and the doors had to be closed.
Yeah, that's I ride by a lot of restaurants, so I wonder like if they say 10 o'clock the maximum can control alcoholic, so then we just only 10 o'clock only. So that time it's just only because either way like, we close from at 10.
So you would serve until 10,
serve
but
to
close
10.
at 11?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to be fair to all the restaurants on the boulevard and make sure that everyone has the same time,
Yeah, that's right.
even for the police officers, so that they know there isn't staggering times on the beach. It's hard for them to police the boulevard. But yours happens to be on your property, so DCR probably won't be looking at your property as much as those that are on DCR property. So I would just like to, I am questioning that 11 PM alcohol service outside, because if you serve till 11, people are gonna linger out there. So, the secretary can look that up and let you know, and be consistent with the rest of the establishments on the beach. Unless, Commissioner Oshina, wants to,
No, I would follow suit, but we'll address that right at the end, close the section. Is anybody in favor of this application, proponents of it? Hearing none, close that section. Is there anyone in opposition of this license being issued? Okay, I'll close that section. So Commissioner Granowski, do you have a motion you'd like to put forth that entertains that condition?
well, I would make a motion to approve. And the only thing is to say what times it is. When you say 7 a.m. in the morning, what do you serve at
No,
7
like
a.m.?
usually the people want, because like we came in early anyway, like we just not serve alcohol in the morning. We just only prepare.
Prepare.
And the people come in for the breakfast or something, then we just serve a coffee and breakfast for the people walking. But most people coming right now is old senior, so they come in for breakfast and get coffee, and that's why we just open during the time we prepare the food and we serve breakfast.
Isn't there
Okay.
ordinance that says you can't serve liquor before a certain time, or?
The alcohol.
State law says you cannot serve liquor before 8 o'clock in the
Can't-
morning.
But we don't serve like alcohol that time. We just
And
only serve
10 o'clock on
coffee. or
Sundays.
something.
Right. Because 7 a.m. would be,
Yeah.
okay.
So like, say that based on, you say like, because we don't know the rule from the hour controller by the city. So now, as you mentioned, like, we only like, let's say like, the city only allow from that hour to 10 p.m. That's the maximum controller for time clock. So no more serve alcohol. So we will be follow the, whatever the city want.
Okay, but and I'm not sure because we've changed, if it is 10 o'clock, you have to have your tables cleaned up by 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And doors closed, just because if there's entertainment, some of the neighbors, I guess it carries being on the ocean, they have to keep their doors closed also.
Okay.
So I think that part of it, we're gonna have to wait until Maggie investigates on what we've done in the past and stay fair with everyone on the boulevard. So if my colleague has no other questions?
I have no other questions. I guess the motion before us now is you would move to approve, so long as they understand the parameters that, in which they can serve the alcohol, which Maggie will provide them after.
The outdoor time and
Outdoor time.
alcohol.
Okay.
Right.
So just seek that information from Maggie, in the office, and, you know, I certainly would second your motion, okay, to approve your license,
Thank you.
okay?
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Okay, moving on to, okay, item number 10 on the list has been continued to May 10th, right?
Okay, well, item number 9 has withdrawn their
Oh, yes.
applicant.
Yes, item number 9 has been
Application, I'm
withdrawn the
sorry.
application, and item number 8 as well, looks like they withdrew their application as well.
I think item 10 is continued until the May 10th hearing.
8 and 10 is continued. Okay, so let's clarify for the
Wait a
record.
minute, yes.
Item 8 on the agenda today has been continued to May 10th, as well as item number 10 has been continued to May 10th, and item number 9 has withdrawn their application.
Okay.
Okay, so moving on to our hearings. Hang on one second. Hearing into multiple fire violations. No, I was reading the, this one, that doesn't pertain. Oh, that's them, right, Hampton?
Right.
Okay, so let's move on to item number 11, Kenneth LaFosse, the status hearing for conditions of license approval, status hearing to determine the status of condition for approval of the Class 2 motor vehicle dealer license.
Good afternoon. Edward J. Lonigan, Nahat, for Mr. LaFosse. We have paid the taxes. We have a payoff statement that's been delivered to you with a copy of the receipt, and we have executed a settlement agreement with the city. So I think everything we were to do, we have done.
So what would you like to happen today?
I just want to report that we have complied with your it's the status. You wanted us to report that we in fact complied, and we have. So we're just saying, hello, we've done it, may we leave?
So the license stays in effect, is that what you're looking for?
Yes.
And we'll remove the conditions. There's no conditions in place at this point.
We're in good standing.
Good. Any questions?
I have no questions. I think we've heard from them many times. I'm sorry to see your arms,
Sorry.
Right there.
Yeah, see, you hurt.
yeah.
He was slapping me on the back for bringing this to an end.
Well,
So I have no questions. I'm glad this case is finally cleared up.
so so we're approving the license, right? Because that was the original application in front of,
That's what it was. If they paid up, we would approve the license. If they hadn't made the payments, there would have been revocation of the
Okay,
license.
so do you have a motion, or can I make the motion?
Didn't make a motion, I mean,
So I move to fully reinstate and approve the application of Brothers Auto Body, Kenneth LaFassi's Class 2 motor vehicle dealer license to be
And I'll-
operated at 16 Naples Road, Revere, Mass.
and I'll second that motion.
Thank you.
Perfect, all set. Good luck.
We hope not to see you again.
Well, I hope to see you guys again, just not here. Take care, guys. Okay, so let's go back to item number 3, Beirut Espresso Incorporated. Seeing have not appeared, I believe we'll just continue that to May 10th. And item number 4 on the list, the application for, hang on a second. Application for a license to buy and sell gold, silver, precious metals, and jewelry. Seeing that no one appeared, we'll just continue that item as well to May 10th. So move on to
Yes.
communications. We received communications and email from the city councilor Sereno forwarding a resident's noise complaint about, is it Scalzi Hospitality Corporation, doing business as Casa Lucia. Number 2, Massachusetts Alcohol Beverage Control Commission, the ABCC, advisory regarding the second further expansion of patio service and takeaway delivery of alcohol by on-premises license. And number 3, resident complaint of unlicensed parking operation at 4482 Rear Revere Beach Boulevard. And the license renewals are hereby listed. The common vicular pawnbroker, secondhand dealer, gold, silver, precious metals, jewelry, fine watches dealer licenses have all been renewed, right?
Motion to approve.
So I would move to approve those renewals. Second that?
I'll second it.
All right. So ordered. Okay, that closes that section. And our next meeting will be on May 10th, 2023 at 3 p.m.
Motion to adjourn?
And I would second that motion to adjourn. Thank you.